Good evening everybody, how are we all doing, and welcome back tonight to a brand new Team of the Season player review, and we're looking at our first player from the La Liga Team of the Season, and it's going to be the 92 rated Iago Aspas. If you do enjoy this review, as always, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on it and get us over 50 likes, that'd be incredible. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new to these parts, and also let me know in the comment section who I should review next. I'm planning on doing Kevin Prince Boateng. You should be seeing that tomorrow morning. Other than that, like I say, let me know in the comment section down below. But Aspas, we're going to kick things off as always with the basic information. He's standing at 5 foot and 9 inches tall. He's got high to high work rates, 3-star skill moves and a 3-star weak foot. And looking at his base card and top 5 in-games, like I've already mentioned, 92 rated striker, had a fantastic season at Celta Vigo, really recovering his career after a poor stint at Liverpool. But he's got 90 pace, 95 dribbling, 95 shooting, 89 passing, 82 physical and 45 defending. And in his top 5 in-games, before we get into the games he's played, of course, he's got 99s across the board in agility, positioning, volleys, heading accuracy and curve, and also got the finesse shot, chip shot trait, which I'd never seen before, and also tries to beat the defensive line, which is very handy. But now moving on to the team that we used him in, it's a 4-3-1-2, bit of a hybrid, not particularly a great squad, but still some solid players in there, a couple off chem. And in the 5 games that Aspas played in the team, he got 6 goals and 1 assist, but there was 2 disconnects in there as well. And as we start to roll the clips now of Aspas in action, he's a card that I think when you see anyone that's got shooting as high as he has, you don't expect him to miss many chances, and he did miss his fair share for me, particularly low drivens, which he didn't seem to be too adept at, to be honest. I think the key that I found with this card is if you want success with him, make sure that you use the finesse shots. If you can cut inside, particularly at right striker where I've swapped into a couple of times, those finesse shots on his left foot are absolutely lethal. The 99 curve is very evident and the keepers really struggle to deal with them. Other negatives are obviously the fact that he's got 3-star skill moves and a 3-star weak foot. You want, well, I would say, in a striker, in an ideal world, you need double 4-star at least, and he doesn't have that Aspas. But positives, his dribbling is absolutely outstanding. You'll see a couple of times where he does little automatic chips over defenders' legs, things like that, where he just finds himself getting past them in nothing that I'm doing well, just the card being fantastic. And he's a very, very evasive card. His positioning and movement are also absolutely fantastic. Always seems to find himself in the right place at the right time. His high work rates were a bit of a worry for me when I first started using the card, but they didn't seem to transfer into the game. He was always on that last man, always making the runs that you wanted him to make. And partnering up with that dribbling as well, you've got to say he's also got absolutely outstanding agility. Very, very nice to use when he's on the ball. And like I say, when you can get an on goal with him, which you will do a lot, make sure to use the finesse shot. That is something that I learned after a couple of games with him, and that's when most of the goals started to come, as you'll see in the clips in the background. But overall, I'm going to give Aspas an 8.8 out of 10. A very, very fun card to use. Fantastic when he's on the ball, and his finesse shot, like I say, is absolutely deadly. On Xbox right now, this is the night of release, of course. He's currently going for about 260k, which for a 92 rated striker, I don't actually think is too bad. I think when you get past the fact that he hasn't got the skill moves, make sure you keep it on that left foot, and make sure you're finessing as often as you can, then you are in for an absolutely incredible striker. Like I say, very clinical with those finesses, and that is how I think you get the most out of this card. But that is going to end up the player review. I'd love to hear your opinions if you've used this Aspas, how you got on with him, if you thought his low dribblings were perhaps a little bit better than I did. But very fun card. Highly recommend him, especially for the coins he's going for, and that is going to end up the review, lads. So like I said at the start, leave a big thumbs up if you did enjoy. I'll catch you all in the Kevin Prince Boateng review tomorrow morning. Speak to you all there, lads. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Nidge out.